On Monday, the Green Party of the United States held a press conference in Santa Monica, California. They announced their application to the Federal Election Commission for National Committee status.
I'd like to introduce today our newly elected steering committee co-chair, Joe Chamberlain, who is from the Green Party of California. And I'd like to introduce you Michael Feinstein, who is the well-known mayor of Santa Monica for the Green Party, and Donna Warren, who just recently ran in a special election in the 32nd Congressional District for the Green Party. And our last but not least, Tom Atskin, who heads up, is director of the Campus Greens and is from the Green Party of Wisconsin.
Thank you for being with us today. It is with great pleasure that I have the honor of announcing to you the formation of the Green Party of the United States, the National Green Party. We will be filing with the Federal Elections Commission on August 10th, and we expect a positive advisory opinion quickly. The Green Party has grown an estimated 35% since the historic Nader-LeDuc 2000 presidential campaign. Already this year, more than half of our Green candidates for office have been elected. There is no stopping the Green movement. The Green Party of the United States is the political framework from which we will fuel the momentum against corporate power that is building on the global scale. Green parties voted unanimously to form the National Green Party at our convention in Santa Barbara this last weekend. Clearly, voters are electing Greens throughout the United States, as they are globally, and as a result, we are seeing legislation such as living wage and pesticide bans. And now Green Party Mayor Mike Feinstein from Santa Barbara will elaborate on those details. Santa Monica. Thank you. Sorry.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Mr. Mayor.
And welcome to Santa Monica. My name is Michael Feinstein. I'm the mayor here in Santa Monica, and together with my Green colleague, Kevin McCune, one of two Greens on the Santa Monica City Council. Why the Green Party? Kevin and I and 92 others are living proof that given a chance to hear Green candidates and hear about the Green platform, voters not only feel the Green Party has good ideas, but that the Green Party can govern. Why the Green Party? Because the Green Party stands for a second democratic revolution in the United States. At a time when the Democrats and Republicans have converged into a single party, there are issues that affect people in this country that are not being addressed, that only the Green Party is bringing forward. Universal health care, living wage, a clean and healthy environment, corporate welfare, fair trade, education instead of incarceration and militarization, and an end to the inhumane and racist death penalty. Why the Green Party? The Green Party also stands for a second democratic revolution in this country because we believe that everybody, all the diverse elements in our society, deserve their fair share of representation and their rightful seat at the table. How do we change our democracy? We want to eliminate our winner-take-all election system that only gives representation to one point of view and denies that to everyone else within each district. We have 4 changes that we want instead of our current system. Number 1, for legislative districts, we want, instead of winner-take-all politics, proportional representation. So all of the interests in society have representation in our government. Instead of the corrupt form of corporate financing of our elections, we want public financing of elections. So all ballot-qualified candidates don't have to turn to corrupting money that takes away the interests of regular people in our society. Third, we want fair debate access. All ballot-qualified parties belong on television so people can make up their minds for themselves who to vote for instead of having those choices made for them by who becomes part of the debates. And finally, ballot access. Ballot access needs to be fair and not a tool for Democrats and Republicans to keep other points of view from being heard. How do we achieve this in this country? What is our model for the third party to succeed? Unlike other models, which are top-down and candidate-driven and millionaire-driven, ours is a community-by-community approach, where we build on local issues. We begin with local community groups, develop local candidacies. From that, we then develop state parties, and then that climaxes this weekend with the development of a national party. It is a bottom-up model. We have 94 elected Greens across the country because we've begun by campaigning on municipal levels where we can communicate our message without the corruption and need of big money. And the fact that we are electing people on the municipal level shows that that works. We're winning more races with each electoral cycle. We've won from small towns like Breckenridge in the Rocky Mountains to the Big Island of Hawaii. We're winning from inner city districts in Hartford, Connecticut to rural Stevens Point, Wisconsin. We're winning in cities like you might expect, like Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Santa Fe, New Mexico, Madison, Wisconsin, as well as here in California, towns like Arcata, Berkeley, Santa Cruz, and here in Santa Monica. We're also winning in cities that you wouldn't imagine. Conservative, Orange County, California, and Modesto, California, where our quality of life agenda is appealing to people across party lines. In state and congressional races, we're running an increasing number of candidates to challenge the Democrats and Republicans and expose those parties for the hypocrisy of not dealing with issues that the American public demands. With those races, we increase our profile and draw more and more people into the Green Party. And we also have no compulsion about spoiling for success. We believe that people in this country have a right to run for office and vote for the issues they believe in. And instead of buying into the lesser of two evils dynamic, which only creates a situation of the evil of two lessers, which denies people choices, we will run, and if Democrats and Republicans lose because of our presence in the election system, then it is incumbent upon them to change the system to a fair system of proportional representation and not blame us for their lack of policy that does not appeal to the American people. Finally, we are a party that doesn't just run for office, but is representative of social movements. We don't just try and represent them, we are in the streets with them. And Greens have been non-violently in the streets in Seattle, in Los Angeles, in Quebec, in Genoa, and around the planet. Because we aren't just politicians, we are part of the people who we represent. The Green Party is part of the future of this planet. I'm now proud to introduce to you Donna Warren, our Green Party candidate in the 32nd Congressional District of Los Angeles. Donna was the first Green candidate in South Central Los Angeles, and we are very proud to have her with us today.
Thank you, Mike. Good morning, members of the press. Good morning, my fellow Green members. I'm really delighted to be here today. When you look at me, you're looking at the new face of the Greens. You're looking at a social revolution. You're looking at a woman who is a professional auditor, who is black, who is female, who is a grassroots activist, who lost a son to the drug war, who is a member of Families to Men California 3 Strikes, who is a member of the Coalition for Educational Justice, who is a member of the Bus Riders Union. Because I am determined to put an end to this horrendous prison industrial complex, which has chosen to imprison nonviolent and non-serious felons for NC bits, a tenth of an ounce of crack cocaine, for taking a six-pack of beer off of the shelf. For that, you get 25 years to life. The Bus Riders Union, the reason I support them, the reason why the Greens support them, is because transit-dependent people need transportation, and they need it before you build the rails, before you build any kind of other transportation system. The Coalition for Educational Justice is fighting institutionalized racism on our children in our schools. There's a real bias against communities of color, against students of color. And so I'm here. I used to be a Democrat. But the Democrats weren't doing it. What were they doing in the past? When Clinton was in office, he and Gore managed to put 225,000 more black people in prison than the 12 years before under Reagan and Bush, because of mandatory minimums, because of their horrendous policies, because of their support of the bogus war on drugs. And so here I am, and I took the message to my community. My community is very diverse. It's made of African Americans, both affluent and of lower economic incomes. It's made of the white liberal community. And I went there, and you know what? I got 3,000 votes from people who were not Greens. I appeared against Diane Watson, who was the Democrat who won. I appeared against Noel Henshaw, who spent over $1 million for her campaign. I didn't have the money. I appeared against Izola Foster from the Reform Party. And when I spoke, my community stood up and they cheered, because I talked against the prison industrial complex. I talked against racial profiling. I talked for reparations. And I talked about a clean and affordable energy policy for all of Californians. And so here I am, and that's the message that I bring to my fellow Greens. If we want to get involved in communities of color, we've got to join the organizations, and we have to put our money and our energy where our mouths are. And that is to make sure that all of our communities enjoy the promise that America has delivered. Well, I got to back up on that. America hasn't delivered the promise. America has talked about the promise for too many years and hasn't delivered it at all. So again, I'll turn it back over. In fact, I'll give it to Tom, who's the organizer for the Campus Greens, a set of new people who were energized by Nader. And guess what? We are going to change the world. Tom?
Thank you very much, Donna.
Please.
Well, thank you, Donna. My name is Tom Adkins. I'm the organizing director for Campus Greens, and I'm 21 years old, about to enter my junior year at Carleton College in Northfield, Minnesota. It's the greatest honor of my short life to be asked to speak representing the Campus Greens at this press conference announcing the formation of the Green Party of the United States. This is a great day to be green for thousands of green activists around the country, because what we're doing right here is building the institutions that are going to allow the Green Party to grow and succeed. One of those institutions is Campus Greens. We've emerged out of the outpouring of support for the Nader LeDuc campaign on college campuses last year, and we are holding our founding convention this August 9th through 12th at the University of Illinois in Chicago. 500 student activists are expected to attend this convention, where they will be joined by Ralph Nader, Winona LeDuc, Medea Benjamin, Cornel West, Ani DeFranco, and countless other green and progressive activists to found an organization that is dedicated to empowering students and young people to get involved in green politics as activists, campaign workers, and as candidates themselves. Exit polls in last November's election showed that nearly 10% of American college students voted green, numbers that were far, far higher in many college towns around the country. We've taken great pride over the last 7 months of our organizing in shattering the American myths about students being apathetic, and we're proud that we are poised next year to enter the school year with 100 chapters, registered members of the Campus Greens. These numbers will make the Green Party the strongest political party on college campuses as we enter the 2002 election cycle, and make the Campus Greens one of the largest and strongest student activist organizations in the country. And we are planning to run national campaigns next year against university-driven gentrification and for university divestment from ExxonMobil. So take note, America. The largest political party that advances a platform based on economic justice rather than economic conservatism has built the institutions that it needs to succeed. We have a national party and a vibrant wing dedicated to organizing our demographic base, students and young people. Today we've built the institutions we need, and tomorrow, America, we will enter a wonderful and vibrant experiment in democracy as the Green Party builds and wins.
Thank you very much. Bring the mics back to the middle.